Hello, this is Yogeshwar 7000 again, and I'm back on my series on stories from the Puranas. In our last video, we did see how sage Narada had suggested Devi Parvati to perform meditation or tapasya so that she could win over Lord Shiva. And the purpose, of course, if you refer to my earlier videos, was basically that Lord Shiva and Devi Parvati could be united, they could get married, have a son, and kill the demon Tarakasur who had created havoc. And since sage Narada had suggested that the only way to please Lord Shiva was through tapasya or meditation as it's called in English, Devi Parvati decided to do that. And she asked her parents for permission, and her father Himalaya agreed. And although her mother Menka was not all keen that Parvati should perform those difficult austerities and tapasya and meditation, eventually she gave in and she agreed. Now Devi Parvati gave up her jewelry and handsome clothes, and that's because she was a princess. But she went to the Himalayas and she went for her meditation. The meditation was extremely difficult. During the monsoon period, Parvati meditated while seated on the ground. In the winter, she meditated underwater. All the gods and sages assembled to see this great meditation by Devi Parvati. And the gods and the sages also began to pray to Lord Shiva. Lord, cannot you see that Parvati, or Devi Parvati as we should be calling her, is performing this difficult meditation and austerities? They asked. Nobody has meditated like this before. Nobody will meditate like this in the future. Please grant her what she wishes. So Lord Shiva gave in to the requests of the gods and of the sages, and he agreed. And he, just to test Devi Parvati, he adopted the form of an old Brahmana, and he appeared where Lady Parvati or Devi Parvati was meditating. And Devi Parvati welcomed the old Brahmana, the old man, and greeted him with flowers and fruits. So the Brahmana, who was actually Lord Shiva himself, asked Devi Parvati, why are you meditating? What is it what you want? And Devi Parvati said, I wish to have Lord Shiva as a husband. So the Brahmana, the old Brahmana, who was actually Lord Shiva himself, he said to Lady Parvati that you are indeed stupid. This is like giving up a gold piece for glass, or giving up sandalwood for mud. Does anybody give up water of the Ganges or Ganga river and drink water from a well instead? Why don't you go and marry one of the gods instead? Why don't you go and marry Lord Indra, who is the god of the heavens? Shiva is a stupid fellow. That's what the old Brahmana told Lady Parvati. He has 3 eyes and 5 faces. His hair is matted and his body is smeared with ashes. He wears snakes as garlands. He is always accompanied by ghosts. He has no clothes. He has no wealth. Nobody knows where his origin is from, who his parents are. And his throat is blue with poison. So this is what the old Brahmana told Lady Parvati or Devi Parvati. And he also said that you're making a big mistake. Why don't you forget about Lord Shiva and do not waste your life? As soon as Devi Parvati heard the old Brahmana talking about Lord Shiva in a demeaning manner, she became very angry, and she said, it is you who are stupid, she said. Don't you know anything about Lord Shiva? He's the Lord of everything. You've insulted Lord Shiva and I am actually making a mistake of greeting you and worshipping you, and you're again going to say something nasty about Lord Shiva. So before you can do that, please let me leave. I do not wish to stay here to hear more insulting words about Lord Shiva. And she was extremely angry, just ready to depart. And as Lady Parvati was about to depart, as Devi Parvati was about to depart, Lord Shiva adopted his own form, and he smiled and he said, "Where are you going? I thought you were praying for me. You cannot leave me now. I'm not going to let you go. Please ask for a boon." And hearing this, Devi Parvati was extremely delighted, and she asked Lord Shiva to marry her according to the religious rites. Lord Shiva agreed, and Lady Parvati returned to her home, to her parents, because what she had requested was to perform the marriage ceremony as per all the rites, all the social and religious rites. And Lord Shiva was supposed to go there to the parents' house and get married to Lady Parvati's parents' house and get married to Devi Parvati in the prescribed manner. So this was a little description or a little story which is coming directly from the Puranas. It's not out of fiction, that how Devi Parvati actually through the power of her meditation was able to please Lord Shiva and ask him to marry her, to which Lord Shiva agreed. And of course, as we know in the previous videos, the purpose of this marriage was to get united with Lord Shiva. And one of the major purposes of the gods was, first, since Lady Parvati was the reincarnation of Devi Sati from a past life who had committed suicide because her father had insulted Lord Shiva, her husband, she was supposed to get married in this birth to Lord Shiva. And the second purpose which the gods wanted was that once Shiva and Parvati would be united, they would have a very strong son who could eventually destroy and kill the demon Tarakasura, who had created havoc in the three worlds, had taken over heaven from the gods. So we'll leave the story here, and we will be continuing with our stories from the Puranas in our forthcoming videos. In the meanwhile, I will recommend subscribe to my channel and check out my website. There is a link below, and I will see you with the continuation of the stories from the Puranas very soon. Goodbye.